Stacy with Deuce, with Sit Stay with Stacy Slade. And today I wanted to show a little bit of progress that Deuce and I have been able to make on picking things up, or putting things in his mouth. We're not quite to picking things up. And I'll also show a little bit of how I clicker trained, I've got my clicker here, Hazy, how to pick up toys. So it's just kind of a new fun trick that we're working with, and because I have struggled in the past to get my Bernese Mountain Dogs to pick up the dumbbell for obedience, which he is yet to pick up, so I don't know, that will be something we'll try today, kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, because I went backwards with Deuce. He loves sticks, so outside in the yard, he always has these collection of sticks. He did not like his dumbbell and has never picked it up. So on his own, I could put it in his mouth, but the look he would give me was, this is really gross. So I don't know if he'll do it on his own today. We will try. I'm not going to push it if he chooses not to. I want to make picking up or putting the stick in his mouth super fun and solid before I move to the dumbbell. We'll try it, see what happens. And then also I'll show with Hazy on how to get her to pick up different toys and reinforce that, so that the behavior of putting things in their mouth becomes reinforced. So I've got my string cheese, put some in my mouth, got my clicker, and I have this out. So I'm going to click for him putting it in his mouth. He didn't actually take it. So I made him actually hold it longer. Come here, Deuce. We're going to face the camera a little bit. Sit. Good. He's not holding it, but he's going to grab it, which is way better than I had with the dumbbell. Good. So I'm a little slow on the clicker because I want it to be in his mouth longer. And I'm going to hold it here, so he has to hold it. Good. And I'll address the chewing later because that's a stick and he's used to chewing his sticks. Good. So he's doing rather well. So I'm going to hold it in place and have him hold on to it. Not. I didn't click for when the paw came up. Good. So I put my hand over his nose to tell him I wanted him to stop moving his mouth. Yes! And because I didn't have my hand on my clicker, I used my verbal cue. Yes! So now I'm just getting him to hold it. Yes! So I'm helping him out by holding his jaw, just letting him rest it. Yes! And I'm using my verbal cue because I need both hands. Yes! So you can see we've progressed from him just grabbing it to him holding it. Yes! Good boy, buddy! You're doing a good job! Good boy. He loves this cheese and he loves being rewarded. Hold. Yeah! Good boy! So we'll do that a few more times just to bring that home. Yeah, good boy. Yes, good boy. And his facial expressions, it's hard to see from there, is he's happy, his eyes are bright, and his eyebrows are happy. He looks happy, he's panting. Different than when I put the dumbbell in his mouth before, because the guys get all scrunchy and kind of gets like, oh, get it out of my mouth. Yeah. So I am holding his chin up, so, and we've worked a little bit on that, of just letting me hold his chin up. Yes. As a behavior, as a chin rest. Yes. Does like to use his paws. So when he does that and chins it down, I don't reward. Yes. Good boy. So I made him hold it a little bit longer, so I'm just prolonging out our sessions. Good. Good boy. I did correct a little bit on that because he was bringing up the paw and I don't want him to get into behaviors doing this. Good. Good takeout. I haven't put a word to this yet because it's a game of how Deuce can get cheese. Good boy. That's the game we play, and that's how we clicker train. Is Deuce has to figure out how he can get the cheese. Now I'm going to go back to the clicker. I'm going to offer the dumbbell. We'll see what happens. First time ever. Good boy! Good boy! So I'm going to jackpot that because he's never once taken the dumbbell on his own. So that's huge. So my assumption was right. He would transfer from the stick over to the dumbbell. We'll try it again, and then I'm going to stop. Yeah, good boy! Good boy! Good boy! Good boy! So I'm going to jackpot that. We did it twice. I'm going to let it go because I'm super happy. He took the dumbbell on his own. Now he wants a stick. He's like, where is that cheese? So that's just a little bit of, come here, of how I train to get a behavior out of something if I want him to pick something up. I mean, Deuce, he'll pick up toys on his own, but if I ask him to, he never will. So, for example, Deuce, come here. Deuce. So I put this on the floor. He just looks at it. So to train him with the clicker, get the clicker back on, get cheese. Let's see if he transfers it to the toy. Yes. I'm going to reward him bumping it with his chin. And hope he gives a different behavior. Yes. Yeah! Good boy! Good boy! So he got frustrated. That's a huge stress sign, is when a dog sighs or lays down like he did. And I knew I had him that he might give me a behavior, and he did. He went and grabbed it with his mouth. Didn't grab onto it and didn't hold it, but he went for it, which is the behavior I want from him. So we'll build on that. Good boy. Did it again. Poor boy. He's putting it in his mouth. Good boy. Didn't like it, but he's doing it because he knows he gets the treat. Good boy. So, goes to show, I mean, I could get to this to where he would pick it up. We're not there yet with anything, so I'm not going to do it with this. So it's just the small progression on how to teach him to put something in his mouth. If he likes cheese, I can clicker train him to do it. Good boy. So now I'll add Hazy in and do something similar with Hazy to show you with the puppy. So now I have Hazy, and she's going to try to put her, she gets this a little bit more. She's a little more mouthy than Deuce because she's a puppy and teething. So she doesn't really like the hard stuff right now because her mouth does hurt. But what I'm going to do is put the bait away. Sit. Yeah. So she's not holding on to it. She knows the game. I wanted a little bit more time and duration on that, so I didn't click until she held it. Good. So now I'm going to just throw something out there and throw it for her and see if she'll get it. help her out. Get it. Good girl. Get it. Where is it? Sit down. Ready. Go get it. Go get it, Haze. You're not doing very good with this. Nope. Easy. So with Hazy, I'm clickering when she holds on to it a little bit and gives me a little bit of pressure and doesn't just put it in and out of her mouth. So she's actually grabbing it, which is what I want from her. Because then I could get her to hold it. And I might try... Good! So I might try something new. Good. Not rewarding for the nosing. I have no cheese in my hand, although she's kind of convinced that I do. Good. So when she puts it actually in her mouth is when I click her. Good. So she's putting it in her mouth, which I'm really happy about. Pulling on it a little bit. Good. So then I bring the dumbbell. Good. And that's a little hard for her mouth right now, so we just work with her picking it up from my hand. Good girl. And that's all I'm going to do with her. I can tell her teeth hurt her a little bit as she's hesitating. And I don't want it to be a negative thing. So you do have to watch when your puppy is teething to make sure. Oh, see, now she's going to get it herself because she thinks it's cool. So I got her interested. That's the good part. So just a little bit of clicker training and how I'm working with them to put stuff in their mouth. Now, Chase loves her dumbbells, so I don't have that problem with her. But it's just, I'm going to try and keep working with Hazy to go and get things and being clicker trained to pick up things that I want her to. Obviously, it's things I want her to and not things I don't want her to, so yeah, I do have to be careful. Happy training!